some things in life we have to do over and over and over again because that's how it works. You got to repeat the things, you got to do it in a process. I believe in a whole lot of other parts of our life, it's detrimental that we don't do the same thing over and over and over again. And I was sort of thinking about what I wanted this episode of A Talk With You to be about, because I got some pictures to show you. I've got some fun ones I did in Boston. I've got some other stuff. And then I thought, one thing I'm going to talk about is that it's important to switch it up in what we're doing, to do different things, try new things, expand, explore, get a different perspective. I'm going to give you an example. My camera that I shoot on, the most right now, Fujifilm X-T5. This lens is new to me. It is a 55-200 millimeter. What I had been shooting on was this guy, which is a 35 millimeter. So the 35 goes on, it's got one size. That's it. You shoot, and if you don't want something in the picture, you crop, but you more or less, you get what you get. It does not reach very far. It's not a zoom. You don't get a whole lot of range out of the thing. You get what you get. And I love it, and I love the constraint and what it makes me do. And I can see when I'm shooting with this thing what I'm supposed to get. And then, for reasons, I said, you know what, I'm gonna try a zoom. And I had a zoom before, and it was the 17-70. And for reasons I don't fully get, it just wasn't the one for me. But this one, the 55-200, I got all kinds of different shots. So I'll give you some examples of that. I went down to Boston and look at some of what I got here. So here I was in Boston, and I was using this lens to do a lot of my shots. And what's kind of fun about it, I was taking, I was just doing different kinds of shoots. I want to put my, there we go. You're tilted. Okay. I wanted to do different kinds of shots and see what I could take of it. So for instance, look at this one. This is Solomon. He's a door guy. And I took a snap of him because I just thought he looked good. I said, hey, can I get your photo? And he was like, oh, please. He got so excited, he wants me to shoot a whole photo shoot with him, which let's see how that goes. He works an hour away from where I live. But he was so excited. He showed me, he even used it as his new profile pic for his work application. So like where he works. So that was one thing I did with it. Another thing is I came to Boston for this work event, and another thing I was doing was I wanted some missions. So one of the things I said was I'm gonna shoot through things. I'm gonna use items in the foreground to show something in the background. So one example is this. I shot this in a restaurant called the Sportsman's Club in Boston, and it's just shooting out onto Summer Street. The Boston Convention and Exhibition Center is off to the right. I wanted to shoot through. But then with this lens, with this really juicy, yummy 55-200, watch this, zoom lens, I got a different range that I wasn't able to get. So I took this pic. I find it so graphic, don't you? Like, it looks like art. It looks like, computer animation, but it's just a building against the sky. Now I punched up that blue a little bit to really make the sky bright, but it's, those are the colors that were out there. So I just made it a little more so. Sprinkled throughout this, I had some construction. Again, shooting through things. So I shot through some wires to get those guys. I love the opportunity with using a zoom lens, that I can take different style pictures. I can take different sized pictures. So I could do stuff like I normally do, like my street photography kind of stuff, like this picture in South Boston on corner of Broadway and Dorchester. But I also, I could reach and do zoom stuff and really stretch out past the ranges that I normally get. So that's the point today. The point isn't, hey, I got a cool new lens. It's I tried something, and I tried something new and tried something different. It was the same kind of mindset that had me branch out and do some film. So using this Fujica Auto M, I went to Salem, Massachusetts, and shot spooky black and white pictures, and from other places too. But I shot film, and this is old-timey shoot and advanced film kind of a camera. And I think I really did just take a picture of you. But yeah, so shooting with film was another whole experience than shooting digital, because you have to be really thoughtful. And then I've got a little bit of video footage. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I have a little bit of video footage of this guy. If you were to believe what it says it has a 20 megapixel sensor. And if that is true, I think that's fascinating. And it has a little printer right in the front. So what I do is if I get ready to shoot a picture, I aim, I hit the little camera button, push, and then out it spits. Hi Carrie, so you have to be my model so I can show people how this camera works. Okay?
Okay.
Hang on, ready? Look right in my camera, not this one. Yep, good, ready? Okay, I hit a button. Now what?
Do I have to rip it?
Yeah, it rips off kind of like a
Like a
receipt.
Okay. I only have one hand.
Yeah, we'll see how this works.
Oh, pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, it's an awful photo.
Well, you know, I'm juggling two things here. This is a toy camera, but it's actually not so bad.
I mean, I love that, but it's like,
Do you?
even the cheap toy cameras are good enough to try it.
But here's the cool part.
Yeah, like instantly printing it out.
Yep, instant print.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
I love that, and I think I remember someone also doing a project like that.
Look like a badass.
Yeah.
So look how cool this is though. So I can aim it at you, and you're the camera, I guess. I can aim it at you. I push this button. Hear that sound? Thermal printing. Look how attractive you are, camera. Sorry, you are probably also attractive, but the camera steps in, so it makes little rip-off pieces of tape, and I can hand that out. This was one of the most popular things I had at my recent event in Boston. So this is a way of branching out. This is trying something new. And I've got a last idea for you about this. Lastly, I went out and I shot nature. Which I never do. But again, the reason I did was because I had this camera lens. So this lens allows me to get really far with that zoom. So it allowed me to reach things I couldn't. So take a look, you know, for instance, this is down by this bridge and there's some water and I'm starting to get some of the colors of the change of the season, and that's kind of what I was aiming at. But then on the trip, I walked right into a beautiful deer. So I got a chance to shoot a couple photos of a deer. Look how quiet I just got, like as if the deer's still here. But with this lens, I was able to reach different kinds of subjects than I normally do. And that's kind of fun. It let me try to go shoot something different than I normally try. Nature in this case. That's the point of this post. This video that you and I am talking to you about. Try something different. Shake it up. Go do something you haven't done before. If you haven't done action, do action. If you haven't done portraits, do portraits. Try something new. It might be fun. And then, you know, if ever you want to do that, no matter what the format is, I'm always here to see it. Show it to me. I love to see what you're working on. Take really good care of yourself.